sitting in the morning sun.
Dr. Bailey is away at the GLVC meetings in Indianapolis. She's handling scheduling and any other things that come up, so she cannot be here today, obviously. I'd like to introduce Meredith Clarkson. She's here from White Knight Coaches, and they do a major portion of our transportation for our teams. She was kind enough to join us today. So if you coaches haven't met her, make sure you stop by and say hello to her. If anybody wants a poster, a fall poster, I've got a couple more here that's got our football, volleyball, men's and women's soccer, and cross-country schedules on it. We're also going to be doing a winter schedule with swimming and basketball seasons, and then also indoor track, and then we'll also follow up with a spring one, baseball, softball, outdoor track, golf, and tennis. Coach Worstel could not be here today because they are playing on the road. This Friday night, we've got our home opener, Friday evening at 7 p.m., home opener of volleyball, and Allison and Caitlin will talk a little bit more about that when they come up to talk. But let's start out with, I believe it's Coach Cruz that wants to come up and talk. And then he brought Jack, I believe is it Bissonette or Bissonette? Bissonette to come up and say a few words too. So let's give Coach Cruz a good round of applause here.
Thank you again for coming out for lunch today. We got our first official conference win last weekend at home, which was good for all of us. We won it in a fashion that, as a head coach, you don't want to ever win in that fashion because it takes a couple years off your life. But I'm glad now we did, because we learned some things. We had to overcome some adversity in the process, and our players did a great job. We're headed up to Rapid City, South Dakota to play South Dakota Mines up there on Saturday afternoon, late afternoon. And we'll take the nice 11.5-hour drive back straight through after the game and get back sometime Sunday morning. So that'll be enjoyable. It's some area of the country that I know some of our players haven't seen, and we're going to get to see a lot of it on I-90 going across South Dakota, so that'll be fun. Really looking forward to some things coming up here in our schedule. As some of you may know, we played some really tough teams early on. I'm talking top 10, top 5 type opponents in the Division II level. We went out to Colorado Mines and then played Missouri Western up at their place with some young players on our side of the ball. Did some good things, didn't fare very well on the scoring side of it as far as the scoreboard's concerned, but learned a lot, and hopefully we can take that into conference play and get on a little roll here through the next several weeks. And the thing I'm most excited about is that we talked to the players the other day about, as far as I know, we're 1-0 in the conference, so that puts us at the top right now. So hopefully we can remain there for a while, and we've got some good competitions ahead. I'll introduce Jack Bissonette, junior corner from Liberty High.
Like Coach said, it was good to get a win under our belt this last week. After playing some really competitive teams the first 2 weeks, it was really nice to get a win under our belt. This week we have a very winnable game that we can go up and hopefully do our best and beat South Dakota Mines, and then keep it going, because then we still have some more conference games that are coming up after that, and hopefully keep it rolling and win our conference. So the whole game they had been throwing the bubble screen, and I had been jumping it, and is not working well for them. So the play before, or a few plays before that, I had noticed that their receiver was running fly routes. So I saw them do that, so I kind of baited the fly route and jumped back to the back of my zone, and the ball came right to me.
Glad you guys could join us today. It's always good to see such a great crowd for these Cardinal Club luncheons. Cross-country season is going real well for us. We just got back last week from the Woody Greeno, Nebraska Invitational, hosted by Nebraska Wesleyan University and the University of Nebraska. It's the largest cross-country meet in the state of Nebraska. All divisions and all affiliations were represented, so Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIAs, and JUCOs. There were over 780 athletes combined in the men's and women's field. Our top runner for the women was Jess Connery. She's a senior, and she placed 27th overall. She was the 11th non-Division I finisher to cross the line. So she had an outstanding race. She's having an outstanding season. On the men's side, our guys are being led by senior Kyle Gillette. For those of you who are not very familiar with cross country, one of the ways we measure success is by the difference in time between our number 1 runner and our number 5 runner. And I'm happy to say that on our men's side, that split is only 41 seconds. So we've got a real good group, a young group with great leadership in senior Kyle Gillette. But I expect a lot of good things out of them the rest of the season. Next week we will head to Emporia State on Friday night, but we will be back in time to enjoying the homecoming festivities. So thanks again for your time. Thanks for coming out, and thank you for your continued support of Jewel Athletics.
Men's women's soccer are off to a very good start. Both teams are 4-1 right now, and we're playing very well. You know, we've got this is the first year that we're eligible for postseason in conference play or beyond, and the team is very focused on seeing how far we can go and wanting to make it to postseason. So we actually leave today for St. Louis. We play Maryville on Friday and UMSL on Sunday. And our women's team lost to Maryville and UMSL last year. Our men won both games. So we really have to stay focused and see what we can do to improve our result, not only in the 2 games that we lost last year on the women's side, but also win and play even better against the men's teams that we play. Our captains have been our leaders, I've said before, but on the women's side, Renee Freeman, Mallory Malone, and Sarah Franklin, and on the men's side, Pete Neckvattel, Chris Spins, and Cole Prather have been absolutely outstanding captains for us. They're great leaders on the field, great performing, and are great off the field for everyone else. We've got very focused, 2 very focused teams this year, and hopefully we can put in some good games this weekend and keep it rolling. I'm going to introduce, we're going to have Mallory Malone from the women's team come up here first. She can tell you a little bit about our season and about herself. She's a senior captain. She went to Blue Springs High School. She's a great player. Mallory Malone.
Hi, I just want to thank everyone for being here today. Our first home opener game, we had a girls' night out, and we had about 600 people there to support us, and it was absolutely amazing. And I just want to thank everyone that was there for us, and continue to come to our games because we love you guys being there. This weekend, he was talking about how we lost to Maryville and UMSL, and our team this year, our coaches did a great job in recruiting, and we have great freshmen and a great team, and I'm very confident that we're going to flip both games this weekend and bring home 2 wins. So thank you guys for all your support, and we really appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, now we're going to bring up Chris Spins. Chris, come on up. He's a senior captain, outstanding player. Actually, we have the poster boy and girl on our team is who's up here, if you see these posters.
Well, once again, thank you all for coming and being here today. Just to tell you a little bit about our guys' team this year. It's a very, very promising year for us. If you can all recall, we had a great run my sophomore year. We made it to the Final Four of NAIA, and we had a great team that year. And a lot of us on the team this year, we see with all the talent and all the guys that we have and how competitive our team is that we definitely have the potential to make a run like that again. We definitely see ourselves and hope that we'll be competing for a conference championship this year for the first time. That's definitely an expectation of ours, as well as hopefully making another run for the first time in the NCAA Division II tournament. So we have a good core group of guys that are seniors now that in my class with like Pete Neckvattel and Ryan Squires that got to be there with that team and travel down to Orchard Beach, Alabama my sophomore year for the NAIA national tournament. So we've got a lot of good experience on this team. So we've got a lot of variables that we need to have a good successful year. So hopefully we can keep it going. We've started well so far, 4-1, and we got 2 big games this weekend in St. Louis to keep the conference record going strong. And basically, both Coach Jefferson and Howard, they both just preach to us every day and every game where we're building off the last and trying to get better each and every day. So as long as we do that, we should hopefully live up to our potential that we have this year and make a good run at the end. So thank you again for coming.
glad to be here. We're excited to be in town this weekend. We've been gone for the last 3. We've been down at Pittsburgh State for a tournament, then we were out to Texas, and then last weekend we had our opener at S&T in Drury. So we've been on the road a lot. We've used the White Knight bus company, and we're very excited about that. We've had a great bus system with them, and a lot of fun. We had an entertainment bus, which was really fun, and kids got together and we had a lot of bonding experience. We're getting better and better. Consistency is getting better. We're excited about the season. Our home opener tonight, or Friday night, is with Maryville, and then we're back in session again on Saturday with UMSL, and then we have at 3 o'clock and SBU at 6 o'clock. So we're very excited to play at home. It's been a long road trip and a long time getting here, but we're excited about being back at Jewel and getting into that. Kaylin is here for volleyball, and she is also a member of the SAC. She's vice president of SAC, so she can come up. And one point that we've had really, it's her roommate, and she can talk a little bit about her, is we have Katie Damgard, which is our libero, and she is ranked 22nd in the nation in digs per game. So we're getting better and better, and we're excited about the season.
Thanks for being here. Like Allison said, my roommate, Katie Damgar, is actually ranked 22nd in the nation for digs. And as a setter, that's really nice because I'm getting the passes from one of the best passers in the nation. So, you know, as a setter, you have to run, get all the passes, but Katie doesn't make me move too much. We also have a couple of other people who are really good at passing. Our freshmen, Kaylee Marcourt and Hannah Herndon, both unbelievable passers, so that's nice. As Allison said, we started off the year in Pitt State, and we had a couple good games. We didn't play as well as we'd like to, and then we went to Texas, where we actually beat Tarleton, and they're actually one of the better teams we've played this year. We've kind of slipped during conference games. We're 0-3, but this weekend we're hoping to get a win with Maryville and then keep going from there. It's very doable, and we have a lot of talent. We're just not quite putting it together yet, which is weird because our team all is very close, which is one thing that I will say has really made the season great, and hopefully we'll keep that up on the court rather than just off the court.
A couple announcements. Next week is homecoming week, obviously. We have a home tennis match on Wednesday at Clayview. On Friday, we have the golf tournament in the morning out at Cardinal Hill. 8:30 registration, 10 o'clock tee time. I know a few of you are going to be playing in it. If you want to get another team, there's plenty of room yet. We have a Friday night soccer match against University of Illinois Springfield. Saturday, we have our homecoming football game against, I believe it's Central State University. And then on Sunday, we play soccer to wrap up the weekend. We play soccer against Quincy starting at noon. Really appreciate everybody coming. Appreciate our athletes coming and speaking up and talking. I know that's not something that they look forward to doing, but appreciate them doing that. I appreciate it, and I hope we'll see you at some of our athletic events. Thank you.